MMA Boxing Talk here, coming at you with another video. This is an interesting one. It just came out like about 10-20 minutes ago that Anthony Showtime Pettis, has revealed that he is going to be moving down to 145. Anthony Pettis moving down to featherweight. We all know he was a former champion at 155. Hasn't had the most success lately. He's lost 3 in a row. All by decision, one by split decision. Anthony Pettis, this guy had the belt, defended it once. Had a lot of striking potential, but lately, his loss to RDA was pretty bad. Eddie Alvarez, just basically held him up against the cage the whole time. And Edson Barbosa, he had a good fight with Edson Barbosa. Pettis was, set up to win that fight because, it was a more favorable opponent, a guy that was going to stand and trade back and want to strike with him and not wrestle him and grind him out. He still lost to Barbosa. Barbosa showed, what he's all about. That was a great fight. But not a bad performance by Pettis, just he didn't have enough to beat Barbosa. So now Pettis, not knowing what to do, he's going to move down to 145. They said in August. So he might be on the Conor McGregor, UFC 202 card, McGregor-Diaz rematch. But now let's look at the featherweight division. Conor McGregor's a champion. I don't think he'll ever defend his title. It's going to be tough for him to get back down to 145. Considering, he'll have 2 fights at 170. Now I'll go back to 145. It's ridiculous. I just don't see it happening. But who could Pettis fight? Shit. They're not going to give him a title fight right away. There's no way. Max Holloway deserves the winner of Jose Aldo versus Frankie Edgar. So, you could give Pettis, Chad Mendes. He hasn't had a fight in a while. He's coming off of a KO loss. Maybe not the best thing to be fighting Pettis. But, Mendes isn't scared of a challenge. But that would be an interesting fight. Ricardo Lamas coming off of a loss, even though I'd pay to maybe see that fight. Cub Swanson would be, I think a good striking matchup with Pettis. Jeremy Stevens lost, I believe, a decision against Pettis. He went the distance with Pettis back when Pettis was knocking everyone out. Jeremy Stevens coming off of a big win against Renan Barão. I wouldn't mind seeing Jeremy Stevens, Anthony Pettis rematch. Even Max Holloway, if for some crazy reason they don't grant him the winner of Edgar Aldo, Max Holloway's on a 9-fight win streak. He deserves that. But Max Holloway versus Anthony Pettis in the future or even next. I don't think it should be next, but anyway, it would be a great fight. But it's nice to see Pettis come down to this division. The 155 division just too tough for him. Just a very tough, strong division. I believe it's gotten better since he was champion there. More depth anyway. But anyway, let me know you guys. Let me know who you guys want to see Pettis fight next. He's moving down to 145. I really think he should fight Mendes, Swanson, Jeremy Stevens, Yair Rodriguez. Wouldn't that be a fight? Pettis versus Rodriguez. We'll see. I think they're going to give him a top 10 opponent, but maybe they'll ease him into the division. Who knows? But let me know you guys, who you want to see Pettis fight. But it's interesting stuff. Really interesting. Let me know what you guys think, though. Check me out on Twitter at MMA Boxing Talk 1. If you liked the video, subscribe. That's it for this one. Peace.